Hello and welcome to another episode of Talking Treasures. I'm Glenn Rodley and I'm Curator of Natural Science at the Potteries Museum and Art Gallery. And this week I'd like to show you one of the most eye-catching objects in our new exhibition, Curiouser and Curiouser, Alice's Adventures in a Museum Wonderland. This is the shell of a green sea turtle. In the story of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll, Alice meets a griffin and a mock turtle, the thing mock turtle soup is made from. The mock turtle tells Alice its history and dances a lobster quadrille before Alice has to hurry off to join the trial. Now, this might be the shell of a real turtle rather than a mock turtle, but we thought it would still be an impactful way to represent the mock turtle in the exhibition. This specimen has been in the collections for about 25 years, since 1996. It was gifted to us by a lady who remembered sitting inside it as a child at her Sunday school in London, where the shell was kept in the 1940s. The shell then belongs to her Sunday school teacher, a Mrs. Hazeldine, who left the shell to her pupil when she died in the early 1960s. We don't know anything about the shell's history from before it was kept in that London Sunday school. Green sea turtles can be found in British waters, but their distribution is widespread across the tropical and subtropical oceans. So we don't know for sure if it was found locally or brought from abroad as a souvenir. There are portions cut from the rim and two holes drilled near the top of the shell, so it was likely drilled so it could be hung decoratively. And turtle shells are made from two parts. The upper part we have here, that's the carapace, and the lower part called the plastron, which covers the underside of the turtle and is missing in this specimen. The carapace is covered in scutes made from keratin, which is the same material as our fingernails and hair, or a rhino's horn. And these scutes cover a bony shell, which is in fact part of the skeleton. You can see this for yourself when you visit the exhibition. If you can, have a look in around the side of the case, and underside the shell you should be able to see the turtle's spine running down the middle of the shell. It's thought that the ancestors of turtles first evolved a carapace by a continued broadening of the ribs and over generations until they formed a defensive shield, which then fused with dermal bone material from inside the skin. As I said, we don't know the history of this specimen before its time in that London Sunday school, whether it was found dead on the beach or as fishing bycatch, or killed purely so its shell could be taken as an ornament sometimes before the 1940s. Green sea turtles are classified as an endangered species, so it's now illegal to harm or kill them. Laws protect them, but they're still at risk from people collecting turtles and eggs for food, also from pollution and from the loss of nesting beaches due to human developments. They're also at risk from the effects of climate change, as nest temperature determines the sex of the developing hatchlings. So as global temperatures rise, the proportion of females to males will change, and that affects the genetic diversity of the populations. And as warmer seas contribute to coral bleaching, turtles also lose the coral reef habitats that they use for feeding. Fortunately, a number of global initiatives are in place to help the green sea turtle recover, from breed and release farms to eco-tourism projects where tourists help release baby turtles that have been raised in captivity. I hope you enjoyed that totally awesome episode. Be sure to keep an eye on our social media and website for future episodes.